Look, my boy in the background. He got his ears. Oh, it's loud. I'm reacting to the craziest cruise commercials from back in the 90s. You're not going to believe what they did back then that would get totally canceled nowadays. Chelsie and I were talking about the very first cruises we both went on. Her first was way back in the early 90s. She was very young, and it was on the SS Norway, Norwegian Cruise Lines' very first cruise ship. So we got a little bored and we Googled it and found some videos on it, including this commercial that we're gonna react to today. You just gotta see it. Yeah, you just gotta see it. So this is the first actual ship Chelsie was ever on.
She made her maiden voyage in May of 1960 as the SS France, last of the legendary 1,000-foot transatlantic luxury liners. 2 decades later, she was refitted, refurbished, and rechristened the SS Norway.
Okay, so first of all, if you scan back right here, there's actually like no top upper deck, so looks like they're gonna add on to this ship from the 60s to the 90s. But second of all, this video right now, I swear I know 50 YouTubers that can make a better video than this with an iPhone. Yeah, right there you can actually see that, you know, they're gonna add more decks and more rooms to this thing. Anyway, let's get into it.
2 decades later, she was refitted, refurbished, and rechristened the SS Norway, hailed as the cruise ship of the 80s.
I'm glad it wasn't that other ship in the front. That would have been funny, but oh yeah, so obviously they added another deck, another looks like a bridge, and maybe 2 decks, I don't know.
In 1990, she underwent a major $40 million renovation and is the largest cruise ship afloat. One of the last.
With everybody knowing about the Icon of Seas coming out right now, being the largest cruise ship on the ocean, I would love to see this thing sitting next to it. You could probably fit this thing down the center of Icon now.
The legendary luxury liners is being hailed anew as the cruise ship of the 90s. If ever a ship encompassed that elusive best
We got some outfits going right here, guys.
of both worlds, it is the Norway. The old world is brilliantly reflected in areas like Club International, whose 2-story ceiling is supported by towering ivory columns. There's a stateliness, a style that transports.
There is a stateliness and a style. I don't know how many of you actually get dressed up nowadays. I don't. Polo, maybe some chubby pants, and I'm good to go. It's freestyle cruising nowadays. So yeah, no ties. But hey, look, that coffee is on the Princess Cruise Lines that we sailed on last year to Norway. That's the same cup.
Transports you back to the romance and glamour of a bygone era. A blissful nostalgia you never thought you could actually experience or re-experience.
Does anybody else want this guy to narrate your life?
Keeping up with the current fitness phenomenon, the Norway
Oh, damn.
refitted with a brand new health and fitness center and the most comprehensive.
Who goes on a cruise ship for health and fitness? Really? I'm going on for drinks and relaxation, not health and fitness.
Her health and fitness center features 4,000 square feet of state-of-the-art equipment and instruction.
Get it? Yeah.
The Norway's Roman spa combined.
If you pick this music for the background of your videos, stop that for you creators out there.
The ancient healing properties of water with today's technology in a 6th.
The ancient healing properties of water. I've been taking showers and I'm not getting any younger.
Start by consulting a European trained
What?
specialist.
What? Wait. Look, the guy in blue. The guy in blue looks like the My Pillow guy. I wonder if he was doing commercials for Norwegian back in the day before he was My Pillow. Wait, no, I heard some horrible stories that he had a rough life before he got into My Pillow. I don't know if he was doing this, but that sure looks like the My Pillow guy.
Choose the program that's just right for you. A facial, perhaps, aromatherapy, reflexology.
Get your rub on.
After a while, it simply becomes a matter of how magnificent you want to feel. Of course, on the
Hey. Don't be looking at these women, man. Don't be checking them out because this is like 1990, which means if they 35 right here, they about 65, 70 now. You better watch what you checking out.
one way to indulge indulge your senses.
That might be somebody's mama.
With cruise ships famous for their cuisine.
Oh, check that out. That's cool. Look at that. That's the line on his sleeve right there. That's an old Navy thing, I would imagine, for years of service. So like for every 5 years or for every 3 years that you serve or you're working on this ship, I guess maybe you got a bar, stripe. Maybe that's what that is.
Cruise ship is no exception. But Norway's most popular entree may be the one you make down the grand staircase into the windward dining room. The feeling is one of old-world grandeur.
They had a guy walking in with a handy cam, a little video camera. Yeah, look, these dudes are wearing tuxes and stuff, man. I'm not even wearing a tie.
Prepared by Le Rendezvous's own chefs, most of whom belong to Europe's most esteemed culinary societies.
Does anybody wish they would stop BSing the world because, you know, the best chefs from Europe? You think the best chefs from Europe are working on a cruise ship? I doubt that. Maybe back then they might have been getting them. Whoa! Fire! You're not allowed to have fire on a ship. I went to Teppanyaki. They don't even set your little onion thing on fire at Teppanyaki, which is like the hibachi grill.
Meals to lavish buffets.
This buffet's just spread out on some tables.
Delectable variety of ways to spice up your life. Of course, with so many sensational food courses to choose from, the Norway makes sure you can choose just as many ways to work up an appetite or work off all those.
Look, my boy in the background. He got his ears. Oh, it's loud. That dude's got a 12-gauge shotgun out on a cruise ship with another shotgun just sit. Okay. Welcome to the 2000s and 20s. Do anybody think we should be doing skeet shooting off of cruise ships? That's epic. That's great. I want to skeet shoot off of a cruise ship. I have heard that this took place back in the day, but I've never seen it. And if you have, oh, I got to hear about that. Yeah, they're shooting a clay pigeon. And if you see that silver thing right there, they put a little clay pigeon. It's just clay pressed down into a little round cylindrical thing, and that arm slings and it shoots it out, and then you shoot it. And that's, if you've never shot a shotgun or never done clay shooting, that's how it's done. But I just can't imagine this happening nowadays. Get it, boy?
In addition to the Roman spa and the fitness center, there's a quarter-mile jogging track
and look, let's just be real controversial right here. Anybody see any big, like, obese people? I don't see it. You know, people were in shape. People were doing better. You know, hey, that's not what you see on ships nowadays. Moving on.
A variety of sports and activities, including the unique NCL Olympics.
NCL Olympics. Get it? All right, seriously, who wants to see that kind of stuff brought back? Because I would like to see it brought back. I would actually, because that's actually kind of fun. Be more interactive. Get to know more people. Get out your comfort zone. Have some fun.
You can even go shopping for duty-free bargains along the Norway Champs-Élysées. Swiss watches, German porcelain.
Still trying to sell you stuff.
And the very latest fashions.
He said duty-free.
Nightfall, there's dancing at Checkers.
Oh, get it, girl.
Dazzles and Club International.
Oh, so see, they had 3 dance clubs on this ship. They had your more like hip, stylish ones, little jam and little rock and roll and stuff. But then they had the classical. It looks like that's where the buffet was also. So that's why they had it all out on the tables. The buffet was just out on tables because they would pick all that stuff up, and then that would be your actual dance club for dinner. Or after dinner. Interesting. Small ship, you got to kind of work with what you got. What game is that?
Games and gaming. Odds are you'll feel right at home in our grand
what you cheering for?
Monte Carlo Casino.
I don't know what game that is. I worked in a casino for 7 years. I'm not exactly sure what game he was slapping. I guess if they don't pitch, they lay them. I don't know. That was different.
Saga Theatre, the world's only true proscenium theatre at sea, is host to the full-scale Broadway smash, Meet Me in St. Louis.
Yeah, so Chelsie was actually telling me about this when we started this whole conversation, which got us to make this video. She was telling me that on her first cruise, they were Broadway shows. And oh my, on all these ships nowadays, check it out. They all say Broadway style show. That word style is magical. This was a Broadway show that was on the ship, but she saw this. This is one of her big memories. Maybe don't bring the banjo back. Look at her. Hey, doesn't that look like the lady from Greece and stuff like that? Okay, not anything like the shows they do nowadays. Whoa, okay, whoa, stop. If for all you creators out there that's creating content, don't use that spinny thing. Dude, that was some bad graphics. But let's entertain the kids really fast.
Helping keep children entertained.
Playing some shuffleboard.
The Norway's supervised kids program makes sure that some kids really do have all the fun.
Get it. That dude's older than you probably.
And yet, as
Whoa, that's some short shorts.
as a cruise on the Norway is for kids of all ages, the fun has only just begun. For your
I swear nowadays the outfits may have switched.
Caribbean cruise is about to take you to ports of call you'll call the most unforgettable you've ever experienced.
Oh, check it out, Miami.
Cruises
Yeah, if you've never sailed out of Miami, these buildings still do exist. The one on the other side of the ship right there, you can't barely see it, but there's a building on that corner before the pier goes out. That building actually exists, and then there's other buildings built up around now. There's not so much grassy areas, but yeah, that's Miami for sure.
from Miami and taken St. Martin
I like girls with hats on.
or San Juan on
Hey, we went there. There's a whole video about that on the channel. San Juan, one of my favorite places so far.
Virgin Islands, St. John and St. Thomas, and NCL's own private pleasure island in the Bahamas.
Whoa! Hey, creeper. That dude just ran up on that woman. Nowadays, that'd be a lawsuit. Just run up. But it looks like NCL. Just run up and be like, ah! Creeper. NCL had a private island all the way back in 1990. It still does.
Land and surf are unbeatable. Along the
Looks
way,
more like the Titanic.
locals are very accommodating as your ship.
Whoa! Here we go.
The Norway's $40 million renovation didn't only create
So that's what they added. Probably these two decks and all that green area. That's probably what they added to this ship.
with some of the most spacious, lavish suites afloat, featuring floor-to-ceiling windows.
Dude, that looks like the everybody's houses in Louisiana when I was growing up, man. And that's the suite. Look at the size of the bathtub.
On the Norway, all the rooms, from staterooms to suites, offer the stateliness
Oh, here we go.
you could only come to expect on the world's largest.
You see how small those rooms got real fast? We went from balconies. Oh, and by the way, if you look back at ships pre-2000, most of them did not have many balconies. In fact, like the 1990 ship for Margaritaville, they had to weld balconies onto the ship to add them later. So there's your interior. Look at the little TV down in the corner. That's kind of cool. That reminds me of the first TV I had in my house. Look, I was born in 1979. So that was probably the first TV I had in my room, a little boob tube. Oh, the pillow guy. The pillow guy. He's everywhere. Everybody's losing their money. Why on this great earth that guy was playing volleyball with a hat on? That was the flagship of the Norwegian NCL fleet. And it's kind of cool that Chelsie got to actually go on it. I'd have liked to seen it. It's probably, we did research a little bit and it has been dry docked and then it was scrapped a bunch of years ago, probably 2010-ish, and it no longer exists. It's been completely taken apart. It was cool just to reminisce and look back, and how about shooting shotguns on a freaking cruise ship? I want to do that so bad. These big ships, we're gonna actually cruise coming up on some of the smaller, older ships, 2000 models and stuff like that, and check those out, because I want to see, after doing Princess last year, I really want to see the difference between the big megas and then the older, more intimate ships, which were the biggest ships on the water back in the day. Now they're the smaller, intimate ships. But you'll just have to stick with it, subscribe, and see what Detours next.